exciting to be the CEO of one giga project, let alone two. And when I got appointed as the CEO of AMAALA, I was really sort of honored that the leadership of the country put their faith in, and recognizing the great progress that the Red Sea company had undertaken so far. So we've been making great progress on Red Sea, and it was a natural evolution to take on AMAALA because it's had a lot of similarities, although the projects are different, which will, I'm sure, go on at some point in the discussion. But to really be part of something that is going to help transform Saudi Arabia was really what's really exciting. The projects have got scale, they've got ambition, they've got profile, but what was more important for me was being part of something that was much bigger. And that's really what's exciting about being the CEO of both projects. Tourism has incredible transformative powers. If you think about tourism in and of itself, it doesn't exist on its own. It exists with the support of many other industries that provide services, whether it's logistics, whether it's food, you name it. It relies on a number of different industries. So tourism can be a great driver of innovation and sustainability. And what we stand for at the Red Sea and AMAALA is really regenerative tourism and regenerative development, more precisely. And what I mean by that is really today sustainability is no longer enough. If you think about it, sustainability is about not making a mess of the place, or as I sometimes refer to it, is rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. We know what happens to the Titanic in the end. And so we need to change course. We need to do things differently. And so sustainability is no longer enough. We went down a regenerative route. And what I mean by that is we want to make the place better. We want to enhance the vegetation. We want to enhance mangroves. We will grow coral. Even though we have an abundance of coral, we want to make sure that we build resilience so that in the future, with the challenges that the climate is bringing on the coral reef systems around the world, we build in that resilience. And I think that's important to us. We're going to be 100% renewable energy, 24 hours a day with no connection to the national grid. Red Sea, right now, I'm going to split between the two projects, but Red Sea is the largest tourism destination in the world that will be powered 100% by renewable energy. And we're doing that 24 hours a day. And in order to do that, we're building the largest battery storage system in the world so that we can actually dispatch power at night. AMAALA is going to benefit from the same technology and the same approach. So, that's our commitment to doing things differently. It's more expensive, but when often asked the question, why would you pay more? Well, what price would you put on your children's future and future generations? So for us, it's a price worth paying to really elevate the destination and protect our precious environment. We only have one world and we need to take care of it. I think KSA is this, I describe it as a hidden treasure. There's very few places in the world that you can find that are as rich in their biodiversity and their physical beauty that have been left untouched. And that's what AMAALA and the Red Sea basically present. So we have this beautiful setting, and so I think it's going to transform the world's perception of Saudi Arabia. Because if you think about Saudi Arabia, or at least I did, your impression is it's not about coastlines and islands and coral and turquoise water. It's about the desert. In reality, it's that and much, much more. It's got such a diverse topography from north to south. The west coast of Saudi Arabia is over 2,000 kilometers. And through that entire expanse, you've got mountains and you've got beautiful islands and, as I said, the most amazing coral reef system in the world. So I think it's going to surprise and delight visitors from around the world. I think that's what AMAALA is going to do. And as I said before, I think AMAALA is going to set a new global standard in wellness, which really is going to differentiate the guest experience in a beautiful setting.